I am Jeff's Junk Seller, and this presentation is going to be about the buying trip that I made to Kerrville on May the 29th and 30th. It was actually something of a mistake. I went there to set up at the trade days on Saturday, and I was to set up on Friday, sell on Saturday, and then I was going to work my display case at Water Street Antique Company on Sunday. But it appears that I got here a week ahead of time. So, without anything to do, I had to change my plans. And I got on Facebook Marketplace and I found some garage sales. And going to the first one, I found an estate sale being run by Bill Marsh. I was able to go there and I bought 3 books for $1 each and a paperweight for $2. Spent $5 total there. And then I went to Bill Marsh's shop after that, and I went and I was able to get 3 postcards for $1 each. One of them is a discontinued post office. The other one I think might be the Holy Cross, Indiana one. And then I got a 1913 card from Louisiana, just early. Any paper from Louisiana that's that early is pretty scarce. So I was happy to get those. But it was just, I had to change my plans. I traveled down there. I've been short on money. I had just enough to get out and do a little bit of shopping. And I wound up finding some pretty decent stuff. So the first book that I found to buy was a Pocket Atlas of China. It was gifted by by a lieutenant colonel that was Chinese to an American lieutenant colonel. And this is published in 1947, and I think I found them online for about $40. I think that I'll be able to get $25 or $30 for it at the flea markets. Another book that I picked was this one that is titled "Then There Was One." It's about the USS Enterprise during the Second World War. It's by Eugene Burns. It's a stated first edition, and it was printed during the wartime. It's got the wartime printing statement in there. It's I think they're about $75 or $100 online, and it's got a pretty decent dust jacket. And the third book that I got is titled "We Japanese." It's volume 2 out of a 3-volume set. And it was presented to the same Lieutenant Colonel Lofton by the manager of the hotel there, the Fujiya Hotel, which I believe that this Lieutenant Colonel, I think that he was there in China and in Japan during the occupation following the Second World War, because the book was inscribed and dated 1949. But for $1, I'd buy a book like that almost any time. And the glass paperweight only cost me $2, and it's in impeccable condition. It's of the Hermitage in Nashville, Tennessee. These aren't really all that valuable, but they were popular back at the turn of the century into the 1920s or so. And if I can get them for cheap, couple of bucks, I'll do it. I've even paid $15, $20 if it's good advertising. Wound up at a St. Vincent de Paul thrift shop and found this mid-century modern glass for $0.25 and a pair of cufflinks that I thought were gold filled. I paid 50 cents for them. They're actually not gold filled. I'll end up putting them on a card and selling them for $1 somewhere. But then I made it to a garage sale where I got this Corningware for $2 each, and they had these iron Texas stars for 10 of them for $10, and I had to buy that. I'll get $2 a piece out of those. So out there chasing signs, I made it to a sale where a guy who does real estate cleanouts had a pretty good sale. I was able to spend $43 with him. I got this Waterbury clock, patented 1891. It's an iron clock, heavy, very, very heavy, and it cost me all of $10 to get this. And they're online. I find them for about $100. I'll probably get $65-70 for this example, messing around at the flea markets. It had the keys, the weights, everything that it needed. It's a complete deal, and I wish I could have spent a whole lot of money buying with that kind of value. Anybody that knows me can pretty easily guess that this is my favorite thing that I got out of there. This is an Irish Lieutenant, a Courtenay. It's Courtnay is the way that he spells his name. The photograph is dated 1860 on the back, and this guy, I googled the name, and he may figure pretty heavily in the Second Opium War in China. It's an Irish photographer, a well-known photographer. These and the picture frame had a wooden back, and it was an early period frame, and I was just delighted as much as it could be when the guy told me that he wanted $5 for this. I think that this may be incredibly valuable. It's at least very, very cool. Then I got this Kendra Scott lucite and gold medal display for bracelets. That was $1. Those are the keys to the clock, and then everything here was $1. Even the silver necklace that wound up weighing 5.6 grams. Then I got these 7 charms. They were on cards. They were marked sterling. They're 14.2 grams total. I paid $2 each for them. This skeleton dog I got for $1. Then I got these wonderful pieces of bronze champlavet. It's almost like cloisonne, except that the places where the enameling is put onto the metal are dug out, carved out, instead of just filled in wire outlines. But this, I think this is probably 1860. I think that the Irish lieutenant probably brought this back when he was in the Opium Wars out there. But I think that this might have been a bowl stand. It might be a candle stand. I don't really know. But I still think that as it is, I can get maybe $125 for it. And I had to pay all of $10 for this. It was just a fantastic buy. The $43 spent with this fella was all great expenditure. So when I realized that I was a week early, I had a decision to make. I could either remain idle, or I could get out there and I could spend money that I really shouldn't be spending, but I could maybe make some kind of progress with acquisitions. And that's the choice that I made. I didn't want to sit around for the whole week doing nothing just to lead into setting up at the flea market. And I really didn't feel like I had enough money to survive for that. But sometimes shopping, you can shop your way out of a bad sale, and sometimes you can shop your way out of a predicament, and that's what I've done. And I decided that I would come to San Antonio and set up at Bussey's, and that's what I've done. I'll be setting up on Sunday out at that flea market, even though when I made my exploratory mission, I had decided that I wasn't going to be vending at Bussey's. I may only make $300 or $400 there. I really don't know. I hope to do better than that, but we'll see, and that will be a part of the next video. But if you've enjoyed this presentation, check out some of my other videos, and if you enjoy those as well, then please subscribe. But this is the end of this one, and I will fill you in on Bussey's tomorrow.